A possible tornado swept through the Henderson Beach area on Saturday, causing significant damage to multiple businesses and vehicles. The OCSO reported that 77 locations are currently without power, and Florida Power and Light, FPL, is on the scene working to restore electricity. Despite the damage, there have been no reports of injuries. Destin units are actively managing traffic signals to ensure safety in the affected areas. Destin Fire Rescue stated that there is a lot of standing water and debris on the roads and urged residents to be cautious as emergency crews work to restore power and clear the area. They also noted that several traffic lights have been affected and urged drivers to use caution. An atmospheric river event is bringing the heaviest rainfall Florida has seen since winter, with widespread downpours expected to continue over the next several days. Tornado warnings wailed across parts of the Florida Panhandle on Saturday, including one tornado near Eucheeanna that was confirmed by radar. Officials in Destin, Florida, reported damage from a possible tornado as severe weather moved through Saturday morning. Multiple businesses and vehicles were damaged, said officials with the Okaloosa County Sheriff's Office, adding there were no reports of injuries so far, but dozens of locations were without power. In addition to severe weather, forecast models show the potential for widespread rainfall, with totals ranging from around an inch in the least impacted areas to possibly upwards of a foot in communities that see repeated rounds of thunderstorms. Flood watches also cover a portion of the Florida Panhandle into southern Georgia and a sliver of southeastern Alabama. Storm spotters in Ocean City, Florida reported multiple flooded roads after heavy rains pushed through. While atmospheric rivers are often associated with winter storms on the West Coast, the phenomenon can occur elsewhere in the U.S. and around the world wherever deep tropical moisture is involved. The Forecast Center says the system responsible for this surge of precipitation is a low-pressure system that has become cut off from the main jet stream, making it slow-moving and capable of producing prolonged rain. When the low pressure is vertically stacked from the floor, all the way to the top of the troposphere, it doesn't really move that fast because nothing's pushing around, said weather meteorologist Bob Van Dillen.
Me and Zach literally just lived a tornado.
That's what we have. And that's that area of low is going to jack that cold front down and siphon a lot of moisture off the Gulf and the Caribbean too. Florida won't be the only state impacted, as a broad swath of heavy precipitation is expected to stretch from Louisiana to the Carolinas, which will last into the first half of the upcoming work week. It's picking up in intensity, and it's going to be even worse later on as we go through the day into Sunday and Monday, Van Dillen stated. But for the Sunshine State, the rain could help suppress wildfire activity during what is considered to be the peak of the fire season. Most rainfall deficits in Florida currently range from 2 to 6 inches, with 96% of the state considered to be unusually dry and 25% experiencing severe drought conditions, according to the latest drought monitor. The areas expected to receive the most rainfall are along the Interstate 10 corridor, from Pensacola through Tallahassee and Jacksonville. In contrast, the least amount of rain is expected well south of the I-4 corridor in South Florida. Unfortunately, that's where most of the fires have been, with Miami-Dade Fire Rescue recently responding to a large grass fire burning between Florida City and the Florida Keys. Meanwhile, a tornado watch has been issued for the Wiregrass. This watch is in effect for Houston, Dale, Henry, Coffee, Geneva, and early counties until 5 p.m. Central Time. Severe thunderstorms capable of producing an isolated tornado or two are possible through this evening. The watch comes as multiple strong to severe storms made their way on shore this morning in the Florida Panhandle. A level 2, slight, risk of severe weather remains in effect today, Other hazards we are watching for include damaging wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour, quarter-sized hail, and flash flooding. An aerial flood watch remains in effect until Monday afternoon.
This is our deck. We're very lucky.
On Sunday at 12:45 a.m. a flood watch was released by the National Weather Service valid from 7 a.m. until Monday 7 p.m. for Marion, Lamar, Fayette, Winston, Walker, Pickens, Tuscaloosa, Jefferson, Shelby, St. Clair, Talladega, Clay, Sumter, Greene, Hale, Perry, Bibb, Chilton, Coosa, Tallapoosa, Chambers, Marengo, Dallas, Autauga, Lowndes, Elmore, Montgomery, Macon, Bullock, Lee, Russell, Pike, and Barber counties. The Weather Service states, flooding caused by excessive rainfall is possible over areas that are already saturated. Excessive runoff may result in flooding of rivers, creeks, streams, and other low-lying and flood-prone locations. Creeks and streams may rise out of their banks, states the Weather Service. You should monitor later forecasts and be alert for possible flood warnings. Those living in areas prone to flooding should be prepared to take action should flooding develop. A flood watch means to prepare for flash flooding, while a flood warning means to immediately act and get to higher ground. For Alabamians living in areas that typically flood, Annette Rowland with the Red Cross urges them to have a proper communication plan outlining a safe evacuation route for their family. The Red Cross said to remember money, cell phone chargers, food, and any supplies that might be needed. Pet owners also need to prioritize their animals' safety. Don't forget to include your pets because pets need to be included in this, said Rowland, especially if there are pets that have medical needs, or if anybody in your family that has medical needs that require a little bit more materials, maybe that's medication, making sure that they are included in that plan as well. The Red Cross said it is vital for homeowners to know if they live in a flood-prone area. People who recently moved or want to double-check can find information on the FEMA website. Unfortunately, flash flooding happens so quickly people don't always have the time to get somewhere, said Rowland. We see a lot of people that are caught in their car caught off guard. It only takes 6 inches of water to knock someone down. So, making sure you're paying attention, you're prepared for that day, is of the utmost importance.